Would Cardano ADA skyrocket in March 2025? In today's video, we're going to deep dive into Cardano's thrilling potential and reveal expert insights, price predictions, and market trends shaking the crypto world. Discover why Cardano ADA might be the next massive crypto play, igniting FOMO among investors everywhere. Are you ready to join the revolution and secure your future gains? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't miss out on these life-changing opportunities. Let's go. So first of all, I want to look at the fear and greed index. I want to put my hands up and say I was wrong. The first time in a long time when it comes to my predictions, I was expecting a green week this week when it came to crypto markets. But fear and greed index is at 20. It's like right down here. It's like almost in the maximum fear range, right? Max fear is 20, so it's right there. And this is what I was talking about last week when I was saying I expected this week to be the green week, right? The start of the altcoin season is what I was actually expecting. And nobody has a crystal ball. Like, you can have bears on Twitter and TikTok saying that all these other influencers are wrong. And look, I agree to some extent. There are some that are just always bullish, but there are some that are always bearish, and they just wait and then they call everybody out and say they were right the whole time. Look, nobody has a crystal ball. No one's right 100% of the time. I made so many great predictions that all came to fruition. So it's one of those, like, along the way I was saying I won't get everything right, and I'm the first to put my hands up and say I got it wrong. But the fear and greed index indicates I'm right in the respect that we're at max pain, and what follows is normally a move to the upside. Let's just be honest, retail, they're not really trading, they're not really participating. Smart money, big institutions, they need retail, right? They need, with the liquidity, they need us. So they're going to have no choice soon but to pump the markets up. So, that's kind of my thoughts and opinions. You can let me know, do you agree, in the comments below. Total market cap of crypto globally is down 3.79%. We're at $2.81 trillion. I do expect this to be $10 trillion at some point in 2025 when we peak the bull market. Bitcoin at $86,000, down 11.28% in the last 7 days. For me, like, I'm really considering long in the market. I'm expecting the prices to gain significant momentum going into March. Cardano is at 66 cent 31. It's down 3% in the past 24 hours. So you can see all the details here. But look, we're going into March. Let's put February behind us. Cardano, how high can ADA rise in March 2025? And I thought this was a really interesting topic, actually. How high can the price of Cardano ADA go in March 2025? For me, this is it's an interesting one, right? And they're currently saying 68 cent. The price is 66, but at the time of writing this, it was 68. It was around the $1 mark. It has plummeted. For me, I think that we can go up to about 85 cent in March. I think we're going to recover majority of the losses that have been felt in February. But with that said, it is tax season as well. So we want to take this, into consideration when we are making these bold predictions, that ultimately, people are still going to be trying to, sort out their tax affairs and stuff like that. So, April is going to be a more interesting month, in my opinion. In this article, they're talking about ADA going up to around the 70 cent mark. I think, where is it? It was 70 something cent. But anyway, like, I can't find the actual price range in this article. It's a lot of nonsense, to be quite frank. But for me, I think around the 85 cent is where we can go in March. Probably not gonna make you all really, really bullish, but ultimately we've got to go up to these prices to exceed these prices. So I think March is going to be a more healthier green month, I think that we are at extreme pain and fear, and ultimately what follows is a massive move to the upside. So it's going to be really interesting. Now, when we look at the price action for Cardano ADA, the next move hinges on key support levels, 65 cent being a key support level for Cardano ADA. Obviously, it's around the 66 cent mark at the moment, but it would drop significantly further if it goes below 65 cent. So we're keeping an eye on all of this. The other thing to highlight is the market makers are being utilized by Coinbase and Binance, and a lot of the sell pressure could be coming from those two giant exchanges, which is scary to think that actually some of the exchanges that people see as good players in the space are potentially the ones moving the prices down. I don't know for sure. Nobody does. They've been asked to comment, and we haven't seen any comment from any exchanges. Matter of fact, we have seen certain influencers that are being questioned in this blocked from being able to actually interact with posts on Twitter when they've put these questions forward. So again, that is a little bit concerning, right? And we should acknowledge the questions. These actors in the crypto space, these leaders that they call themselves, do need to explain what's going on for people that perhaps don't understand, in my opinion. The SEC acknowledges Grayscale Cardano ADA ETF filing. So this is something I've talked about a lot, but what I really wanted to touch on was the fact that the markets from a fundamental viewpoint, right, rather than the technical, when it comes to the actual crypto space itself, they're all really, really positive. There's a lot of things to be excited about. Grayscale Cardano ETF filing. We've seen a Polkadot ETF filing. We've seen an Aptos one today as well, from I think a Bitwise Aptos APT ETF. So you've got a Litecoin one as well, Solana one. All the lawsuits dropped by the SEC. There's a lot of reasons to be really, really bullish. Deregulation. I think the money printers, have been switched on. Maybe they're not full throttle, but I do expect money to be printed, and ultimately the price is doing what they're doing, and the project's being stronger and in a stronger position than they've ever been. I think tells you everything that you need to know. If you've got capital, it's probably a time to deploy. It's just my opinion. We might go lower. You've got to have a time horizon in mind. I bought Bitcoin at $15,836. Somewhere near the bottom. I didn't buy the bottom. And I didn't just make that one purchase. I made purchases at $19,000, $18,000, $20,000 Bitcoin. I just kept dollar cost averaging as it went lower, and the bulk of my buy was at that $15,836. So, this is the approach that I take. Doesn't mean it's the right one. I'm not a financial advisor. Treat this purely as entertainment purposes only. But we need to be mindful of what's really going on, right? I feel that we're being parted from our crypto, right? I mentioned a while back to our members in our free Discord that ultimately, like my views are were a year, 2 years ago, that people were going to struggle to keep the lights on, feed their their families, and so on, and ultimately we're going to be forced to sell their assets. And I think that's where we're at now. We got Cardano ADA price drop to 50 cent amid bearish pressure. I can't see a 50 cent Cardano ADA. I think I said this in yesterday's video. Like, it could happen. Don't get me wrong. You can't write any of this stuff off, but I think we're at max pain now. And I think what follows is a massive rally to the upside. Let me know if you agree, disagree in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're watching on Twitter, let's retweet it. Let's, like and leave your comments. I'm really interested to read through your thoughts and opinions. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.